audience, I think it's still drinking coffee, but nevertheless we should start to be in time for all other events. As talking about Lithuania perspective on research and development and innovation for the next period, it's interesting topic. And if we would like to see the research and development system in Lithuania, we have separate research institutes. We have some parts of research done in universities. But looking at the gross domestic product, we have not so much investments coming from the state and coming from the industry. So overall, we are not reaching 1% of gross domestic product used for research and development, and it is bad. Looking for my further talk, I will talk shortly about institutions, infrastructure, intellectual potential, and about activities we are undertaking in Lithuania. As an ideology of research infrastructure, we came probably keeping in mind Silicon Valley, so for the structure of valleys, and it is formed 5 valleys through Lithuania, taking problematic of different research areas in Lithuania. So let's say Santara Valley is more all right. Santara Valley is more on biotechnology, molecular medicine, biopharmacy. On the same time, Klaipėda is maritime sector valley, taking care about all problematic associated with sea life. It's again, I think it's very important that some of these valleys are competing but not collaborating on some problem-solving issues. These valleys were created to have skilled, talented people in and to make like a networking, because into the valleys it's not a separate entity. Valley is to be created from university, it could be some research institutes in, it could be some enterprises, it could be some industry in, it could be private business in it, and it makes like a cluster valley and how we call it, but at least it is concentrated on some problem-solving entity. Of course, using financing, we are building up still research infrastructure, and in a few months or in a year, it will be finished to be as it will be. So for supplying this research infrastructure with necessary people, Lithuania used quite a lot of money. It's nearly 500 million euro for the preparation of people who will work in these premises. And as you see, distribution of money spent, it's like separate general grants, like qualification training and other activities were financed through this researchers' career program. Lithuania is home of well-known names like Thermo Fisher Scientific, Gedjar, and others, and they are as well included into these scientific research valleys. As industry is concerned, we have some newly built, but majority probably is coming from the ex-Soviet times. And if you see 34, nearly 35% of Lithuanian manufacturing industry by turnover is coming from refined petroleum products, which is in Mažeikių oil refinery. Of course, very big proportion is of manufacturing of food products. We have still a quite strong chemical industry on fertilizers and others, and manufacturer of the furniture is quite new, working for the European furniture giants like IKEA and others. And if to look manufacturing and added value to GDP, so we are somewhere in between Germany, Austria, so I think it is a good place to be, and the tendencies are increasing. And of course, we are getting about 20% of added value from manufacturing, while European Union has, I think, about 16% or something like this. But if we look to innovation scoreboard, previous style of measuring innovation, union style, we were quite in the low positions near Poland and Malta. This year, just a few weeks ago, European Commission released a new indicator for innovation measurement. Lithuania dropped to the second place from the end, and during the formal competitiveness council in Brussels, smaller countries like Bulgaria, like others, made some critics on this innovation indicator because it takes only percentages of high-tech innovation. And here we are talking, in ManuFuture conference, we are talking about all innovations in the industry. So a very good example was said during the formal competitiveness council from the Hungarian minister. He said, we have the winery, we have a lot of grapes, we do the wine, and what innovations could be? Okay, we can change barrels, we can change the technique which collect grapes, and so on. But in this indicator will not show any improvement of innovations, despite they are getting about 1/3 of the income from the agricultural products. So it should be somehow corrected, this indicator, and I hope it will be done. As I told, it should be more complexity evaluated, and for this indicator should reflect not only high-tech parameters, but low-tech know-how data and where the state money are going. So discussions should be maintained further on with the Commission and with the people. I would say a few words about university business collaboration. We are trying to make a matching between what the industry and research needs and what the educational system is preparing. As was told in the lot of European events during our presidency and in Irish presidency, this mismatch is huge. And when I talked with a French education minister, she said, your problems are so small, because you have, let's say, 500 unemployed lawyers only. she said, I have nearly 500,000 of lawyers unemployed, and it is like a huge destructive system of the country. So on the same time, in Lithuania, in Europe, in France, in Germany, we need engineers, we need technologists, we need ICT specialists, and this mismatch should be repaired. How to do this, we are discussing on the level of ministers of education, science, and employment, but to say that it is a recipe how to do this, I have not seen yet. So anyway, in Lithuania, we are trying to make educational management information system, but how it will work, I'm not pretty sure that it will work well. What concerns prognostication about necessary skills and necessary employees, nobody can exactly say what the landscape on the industry will be after 5-7 years. So to say that we will need prepare, let's say, nuclear specialist for the future, we cannot say. We cannot, because it's not good business to make the prognosis. Some words about smart specialization. In fact, we are going through the same style of approval of the smart specialization strategies as it was foreseen by European Commission, and starting from the independent expert groups and finishing with a governmental decision on the issue. What we did interesting, trying to get scientists and researchers into one team with industry people. We created Strategic Research and Development and Innovation Council, and the Prime Minister is the chairman of the council. So it's somehow make possible to bring universities, research institutes, and the industry together in one place, and to start discuss what we are doing and what should we do for better implementation of innovations in our practice. I will probably skip this. I want only to say that in research, development and innovation priority fields, we have six of them. So it's, as we saw, it's very similar to those who are selected in the Latvia, in Poland, in other countries. So it will be again a big competition probably on these priority fields during the smart specialization money distribution. So we will see. And the future steps, we should have specific priorities, but again, we have the same schedule, the same of implementation of these specialization priorities and so on things as in all Europe. What we are trying to do here in Lithuania, we're trying to connect with Latvia and Estonia to have like small regional agreement on what specializations should be. So till now we signed a memorandum on agreement, but we will see how we will be applying for the money for research and development. So looking into this part of problems, we have enabled more university and business cooperation. We should go with public-private partnership. especially if we succeed in the regional dimension to use Article 185 and 187 matters, it will be a great achievement, but small-scale projects matters a lot as well. So thank you for your attention, thank you for being here, and as we agreed with the Chairman, we have like 5 minutes for questions and answers, if so. Thanks.
Thank you very much for your speech, Minister. Do you have a question to speaker? It was presented really combined 5 important sectors for local, for regional economy and industry, and integration between education and industry is really very important, especially for new member states, because after, under the umbrella of Soviet time, we haven't commercial institutions for development of research, and the one most important basis, it was the universities. There were universities.
So I'm here in the right of you. I'm Vytautas Gurevičius from Lithuania Design Forum. I want to ask you, Mr. Minister, how you see design problems in innovation in future in Lithuania? Thank you.
You mean more with art, as I understand. It is a long discussion with the culture ministry about where should be culture as a separate pillar, or it should be a horizontal distribution through all smart specialization pillars. So my opinion is that we should culture as well as social sciences and humanities include into the all problems through our economy development, innovation, but not create something separate, specific for the design or culture or music or something else. So I think it's more connecting all the parts of smart specialization, but not should be the separate part of it. So if I answered your question.
Thank you.
Sklinda tokios žinios, kad trūksta inžinierių. Aš pats esu inžinierius, žinoma, dabar jau nedirbu. Ką ministerija, kokių priemonių imasi, kad tą disproporciją pakeistų technokratų naudai? Ačiū.
The question was what we are doing to increase numbers of the engineers and to push the society towards technocratical area. So what we did last year, the distribution of funding for the higher education with the state money, we pushed towards technological sciences and engineering. But it's not enough. On the other hand, we sometimes hear that the educational system is preparing bad specialists for everything. But if we look about employment after educational system, even after vocational training system, probably about 70% of people got job after they graduate vocational training. And in the high education sector, unemployment is much, much less than in the public without any education. So, using towards technological and technical sciences, one of the obstacles was profilization of secondary education in Lithuania, where people can choose what the style of training they want. They can choose humanitarian or they can choose technical. And technical, of course, for children is more difficult. So majority choose the humanitarian style with only about 3,000 children choosing the mathematical and technical profile in the schools. So after graduating humanitarian profile, they cannot go into the technical and engineering sciences in the higher education. So we now decided to quit with this super specialization in the secondary education, just to allow more people after they graduate in secondary education to come into the engineering, technical sciences, and so on. Because, as you mentioned, the shortage of these specialists are very, very expressed.